I had to take off yesterday. I was so exhausted. So I'm going to have to add one more day to my goal of 10 days going straight on YouTube. And our discussion has been on the dangers of yoga and why I'm going to invite you into a healthier way to release stress and also to gain better mobility. I have something that I've been doing for some years, and I didn't know how to put it together in a program, but there is a 21-day boot camp by the title 21 Days Stretch and Breathe, Not Yoga Boot Camp. And I'm going to have more details, and I'll actually have the link for it to get straight to that offer for people that are doing yoga, that are experiencing pains, strains, and hopefully you're not dealing with any heart issues or brain issues. But I'm a certified massage therapist with a specialty in polarity. And what polarity is also known as energy work. So this is where we use our energy body in conjunction with our physical body to release stress. And I created an app and a 3-part ebook bundle that's going to help you. It's a set of complementary tools that will help you ingrain what we're going to be going over in the 21-day Stretch and Breathe Not Yoga Boot Camp. But in the app and the ebook bundle, there are stretches and there are breathing techniques that can get you started. And I also have an offer before that. It's called the 3-minute reset. I have the link here for those of you that would like to get that. Just click the link. I also have the 45-minute interview that goes over the dangers of yoga. Not just the physical dangers of yoga, but also the spiritual dangers of yoga. I started doing research over a decade ago. Hey, you guys, how are you doing? I started over a decade ago doing research on the spiritual dangers of yoga. But I recently started doing research on the physical dangers of yoga. And I was blown away to find out that there are people that have had strokes, that have had heart attacks, not just people that ended up needing to get wrist surgery and different surgeries on their body due to the excessive pain that they have been experiencing from yoga. I want to say the more dangerous side of yoga for me that I know of is the spiritual side. One of the things that I shared that I found out in watching this 45-minute clip is the fact that yoga was created as a way for older yogis or older masters on the Eastern Hemisphere to relax while dying. So one of my titles is Yoga is Killing You. And that's because it pretty much actually is. It's preparing the body to shut down. This is why some of the yogis, or the ones that are promoting it as a way to relieve stress or to become more mobile, they know that this is a system that was created for people to prepare to die. But I believe, and I'm just going to say this with just having the best thoughts or intentions, or people just not really trying to mess up other people in the name of I'm going to help you get better. I'm thinking that they felt if they just taught certain poses or certain breath work in yoga that it would not cause the damage or the harm that it's causing. I know that there's been a lot of yogis that are still teaching yoga. They learned less stressful ways, but this is still contributing to people getting injured. And again, the reason why is because yoga was never created as a healthy alternative for people that are alive, for people that want to live and just relax. There are other methods. I'm teaching something that I started doing on my own, that I did research on, and it's been helping me not just stay pain free, because I've had car accidents, I fell downstairs. There's just been a lot of things that my body has been through. But there's also a lot of mental and emotional trauma and drama and stresses that I've had to deal with, not just as a single mom, but as a mom that has had children pass away. I've been through divorce. I've dealt with a lot of life traumas. And besides prayer and my relationship with the Lord, I have had to learn other things to do to complement that. And it's been bringing a lot of relief to me. It's been helping the scriptures come to life and not just be something I have in mind or something that I've read, benefited somebody else, but I'm actually able to say the relief of the scriptures are coming to life for me. And this is not to have anybody come into my faith, even though I'm praying that more people would accept the Lord. I'm going to say that there are natural, mental, and emotional benefits from learning how to breathe correctly and then learning how to stretch correctly. And what we're doing in the 21-day stretch and breathe not yoga boot camp is the moves that I'm going to be teaching. We're doing this with light and love, right? So words are not just words. Words are forms. Words are forms. So when we are saying things, a lot of people don't understand this because we've been taught that words are basically for communication. But words before communication, they were made to create things. So words are forms. And when we say something, when we're doing an action, we are literally creating that energy. So when we're stretching and breathing in light and love, we are raising the frequency of each part of our body that we are moving, stretching, and breathing. We are sending light and love into those areas. So stress, tension, trauma, drama, those things are dark energy. And when people go through life, either taking medications or alcohol or other things to try to manage that dark energy, and I'm going to even say in prayer, in the church, you have a lot of people that keep going to the altar or they keep repeating prayers, but they're not getting the relief. This is why, because energy gets trapped in our body when we go through things, when we see the world in the state that it's in, even if you haven't had any personal tragedies that you're actually working through. A lot of people get stressed out from the news or hearing about what's going on in the country or in the world, or to the neighbor down the street or the family member or the friend, or even at work. There's a lot of different things that go on at work, and we have to pay our bills, right? So even in business, for people that are doing home-based business, there's different levels of stress that can cause tension to build up, that can cause anxiety, right? And so what we're going to be doing is getting that out, getting that energy out by stretching and breathing, and then bringing in light and love to those areas, which is going to help bring relief. And it's also going to cause us to be in what's called a state of alignment. So when we have alignment, it doesn't just help our moods, and it doesn't just help our body feel better. It doesn't just help us to have and hold better thoughts and get rid of the wrong ones. It helps the things that we desire, the things that we're praying for, the things you might have on your prayer board, or some people vision boards, right? It helps bring those things into reality because you are more aligned to the higher frequency, which is love or above. In the 21-day stretch and breathe, not yoga boot camp, we're going to have, and I might post it up on the community group here, but there's a range. There's a range of frequencies that moods and words carry. And a lot of people don't understand this. But if you walk around in a sour mood, frustrated or sad or mad, you're lowering your frequency. So what you're doing is making yourself a magnet to bad energy, toxic people, fears that you might have that you're conscious of, or even subconscious fears. You're going to connect yourself and become a magnet to those things without knowing why. And some people think that they were just dealt a bad hand. You could be dealt a bad hand, so to say, and you can get a whole new deck or a whole new hand based on what you know and then what you choose to do, right? There's a passage that says, I set before you life and death, blessings and curses. And then the suggestion is to choose life, right? So this pretty much means high frequency thoughts, feelings, words, and actions. Those are going to create or make you more so a magnet for life or good things, good relationships, good outcomes, right? We have more control of what happens in our lives than we have been taught. And it's going to be my goal in this boot camp, not just on this page, but to help people to gain alignment and then maintain it for the most part. And then by the end of the day, what to do to release that stress or that low vibrational energy that might come up during the day. Or you hold your high frequency longer than what you used to. You're going to notice not just that you feel better, not just that you have better thoughts, but you're going to see more good things show up in your life. You're going to notice you have better communication with the people that matter to you. You're not going to get so bothered at the job by the silly stuff or the foolish people or the stress that happens in whatever it is that you do in your job or your home-based business. You're going to be able to come up with better strategies when you're able to hold a higher frequency, right? And so click the link that's in the description if you want to watch this interview that goes into way more detail on the dangers of yoga, not just the energetic or the spiritual dangers of yoga, which ends up attacking your whole household and not just you, but the physical dangers of yoga to your own personal body and who's trying to do something that's supposed to take away stress that's going to add stress, not just to your body, but your bank account. Because people have to pay to get these creams that they need to release the strain and the stress from doing yoga, even the more advanced or the more relaxed yoga. And then, God forbid, people that end up having strokes and heart attacks. That costs money, right? So we want to stop that. We want to decrease the problems that we're having in life. And stretch and breathe, the 21-day stretch and breathe, not yoga boot camp, is set up to do that. And before the boot camp starts, which is the end of this month, there is an app that I created, and there is a 3-book bundle that can help you get started on some of these detox or de-stress methods right away. So I have 2 more days, I think, that I come to complete my 10 days. But I'm super excited to be able to help you guys manifest your dream life in an easier way than you may have thought possible before connecting with me on this page. But please click the link, get the 3-minute reset, which is going to help you now, and then check out that interview. Any of you guys that are doing yoga right now, please stop, check that interview, and even start trying to Google before you connect with me on the 21-day boot camp. There are other ways to breathe, and then stop chanting. Stretch and breathe with love and light, because that's the energy that you want to bring into your body, because it's healing energy. It's high frequency energy, and you're going to notice the benefits the same day. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Not sure what time I'm coming on or if I'll do a video or come live, but I have 2 more days to encourage you to please stop doing yoga and learn these other techniques to bring relief to your physical and your energy body. Peace.